acts, and lately, European artists have been sending their music to Vancouver to be remixed by Kerr Music's Martin Myers. Videographer Jay Myers has all access to Kerr Music.
So what are you doing here right now, Martin?
I'm just sort of arranging it right now. I've got all the loops locked up and all the sequencing basically done. We have to drop vocals in. These are like channels A, B, C, MIDI running different instruments and your MIDI channels. And this is just your arrange mode. So you go through your patterns here and how many bars each pattern goes. Now if you run it back from start, I'm just trying new sounds out, loading up different samples and different loops to lock up, just so it's not quite so monotonous.
What artist is this?
Birmingham 6. They're kind of a hard beat techno band out of, I believe, Denmark.
Yeah.
So, but they sent me vocals and some guitar that they wanted to have in the song. And from there, I just started from scratch, found a few loops. It's almost a coalition, like Waiting for God, Corpus Christi, Deprogrammers, a couple bands in the States like Christ Analog, and just sort of work together, help each other out rather than working against each other, which seemed to be the way things were going.
Traditional 5-instrument or 4-instrument bands, you're limited to what your instrument can do, basically. In this realm, you've got the choice to go in, sample perhaps something off of a movie, and take it into your keyboard or your sampler and basically destruct the thing that you just sampled, and create textures.
You'd hit record, it'd count them in. Right, and edit, it's all there, and that's like I'd program that in rather than playing it.
Yeah.
It sends this is all your note information, like he's playing B1, velocity, the length of the note. That's okay. What I do is you loop it, say 4.
There you go.
And then you can lock up drums to that, which you can program in or once again play.
So you guys
would sit and program the whole song out, what we wanted musically.
And then the vocals come in?
We give the tapes to Damon.
Well, what happens, they usually work on material and they just kind of do a rough draft and they send it my way. So I'm fully on my own when it comes to the vocals and the writing.
Waiting for God took on a second guitar player because we had, behind a keyboard you can't really be that visual.
Yeah.
You can't run around and jump and do, you know, be visually interesting when you got all those keys. Waiting for God and Christ Analog's doing quite well.
Yeah.
Corpus Christi, one of the newer bands, is doing very good too. Like for how long they've been together.
Yeah.
In Europe, that's the stronghold, I think, Europe. I have friends that are over from Germany right now that think Vancouver's a godsend.
For electronic?
For electronic music. And,
really?
And they walk around here and they just can't believe that this is the place it's coming from.
Is this music becoming more popular? 9 Inch Nails?
Well, with the
stuff like
breakthrough of 9 Inch Nails in ministry, it's probably bigger than it's ever been on the mainstream side. But a lot of the bands aren't breaking the mainstream, and they're where they were 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
Is it good to break the mainstream?
I don't know.
The only way I think industrial is ever going to be played a lot on the radio is if you do cross it with pop, you know? I think the real true...
or punk.
Yeah, or punk. The real true industrial, I don't think will ever get too big to be played on like major radio stations at all.
It's always a good thing to sell albums. I mean, any musician in his right mind would want to sell albums and create a living for himself. I mean, it's only common sense, but I'm not really too concerned at this point how far industrial is going to go. I'm not too concerned right now at this point if we're going to be the next 9 Inch Nails or whatnot. At this point, I enjoy doing music, and that's my goals.